Alright, so next we'll start with another sampling technique, that is cluster sampling. So suppose we are doing a survey to know the opinion of pharmacy teachers of Karnataka about the updated B.Pharm semester syllabus. Okay. So my population would be, yes, what will be my population? Yes, all the pharmacy teachers of Karnataka will become the population. So here if I do random sampling, I have to assess all the pharmacy teachers of Karnataka, which itself is a clumsy process. To make this process convenient, easier and feasible, I will go with cluster sampling. But I need to keep few things in my mind before creating clusters. So what are these things? Check it out. Clusters created should be true representative of the population. Different clusters created should have similar characteristics. Clusters created should be mutually homogeneous but internally heterogeneous. Clusters should be mutually exclusive. And lastly, all clusters combined should build a population. Now, I will divide my whole population, that is pharmacy teachers of Karnataka. I'll divide my whole population into clusters. So here I will take different pharmacy colleges as different clusters. Now, suppose in Karnataka there are 9 pharmacy colleges. So, just imagine there are more than 9, but just imagine for now, just for our understanding this concept, just imagine that in total Karnataka state have got 9 pharmacy colleges. Okay, so that 9 pharmacy colleges I'll take as different clusters. Okay, and when I'll combine all these clusters, I will get a my complete population of pharmacy colleges of, sorry, pharmacy teachers of Karnataka. Now, because I want to survey pharmacy teachers, it is recommended to create clusters by the pharmacy teachers that will fulfill all these points, isn't it? If I will take different pharmacy college teachers as clusters, this will make these clusters a true representative with similar characteristics they must be having. Similar kind or level of knowledge, these would be mutually homogeneous as they represent the same population. Even all must be having same number of pharmacy teachers with similar qualification, like almost all will be masters in pharmacy, M.Pharm, but internally heterogeneous, as within a college there will be different pharmacy teachers having different opinions. So there will be mutually exclusive, because one pharmacy teachers will belong to one pharmacy college only. Also, all the pharmacy teachers combined will make the whole population. So now these will be my clusters. Different pharmacy college teachers of Karnataka. That was my first step of the cluster sampling. Now to create clusters out of the population, now the second step will be through simple random sampling. I need to select few clusters out of these 9 clusters. So let us imagine I have selected this cluster number 3, pharmacy college 3, one cluster, pharmacy college 5 and pharmacy college 8. So just imagine I have selected these 3 clusters. So this is the second step. Okay, so these 3 pharmacy college selected will be my sample. Okay, so what we did, just re-revise the thing. First of all, I have selected my population, that is the pharmacy teachers of Karnataka will be my population. Then what I did, I divided these pharmacy teachers into different clusters according to their colleges. Okay. Next, what I did, after dividing them into clusters, I randomly selected few clusters. Okay, and this will become my sample. Next, after getting the sample, the third step would be I need to survey each of these pharmacy teachers from these 3 colleges. Within one college, each pharmacy teacher I need to survey. I need to survey all the pharmacy teachers from these 3 colleges to collect my data. Okay, so when you compare the cluster sampling with stratified sampling, see what we did in stratified sampling, there also we did grouping, and in cluster sampling also we did grouping, isn't it? But in stratified sampling, the group is known as strata, and over here in cluster sampling, the group is known as clusters. In stratified sampling, we divided into strata, and from every strata we selected few members, isn't it? But what we are doing in cluster sampling, no doubt we are dividing them into clusters, but we are not selecting all the clusters. Two or three or four clusters we are selecting, and we are using all the members of the cluster as our sample. Okay, unlike in the study part sampling, we selected few members from each group, isn't it? So this is all about cluster sampling. So let us check out few notes. You can write out these notes also. The process of randomly selecting intact groups, not individuals, within the desired population sharing similar characteristics. Clusters are located within which an intact group of members of population can be found. For example, neighborhood, school, college or classroom. Selection process. Identify and define the population. Determine the desired sample size. Identify and define a logical cluster. List all the clusters that make up a population of clusters. Estimate the average number of population members per cluster. Determine the number of clusters needed by dividing the sample size by the estimated size of a cluster. Randomly select the needed size of clusters. Lastly, include in the study all individuals in each selected clusters. Okay. Next, we shall check out some advantages. Very useful when populations are large and spread over a large geographical region. Convenient and expedient. Do not need names of everyone in the population. Let us check out disadvantages. Representation is likely to be an issue. Now, how will you apply this cluster sampling technique to our investigation question that what percentage of Indians support tobacco chewing? Now, maybe we can divide our country state-wise. Okay, so 29 states will give 29 clusters, and randomly we can select 3 or 4 states, and all the people of those states will be considered as our samples. Okay, so this is how we do cluster sampling. So this was all about our today's video regarding the cluster sampling.